Alright, we're going to make a small cup of coffee here using this cup right here and Seiko Pico Barista. We're going to go ahead and get that started. You have to take this nozzle off if it is on, by the way. Sometimes I leave it on, and we're going to use this one instead. You're just going to basically squeeze these two ends, both ends in, and pull up. That'll come off. All right, and let's fill this to the minimum line, which is right there, with milk. You can do a lot of other things. In the milk, you can put cream in there, you can do several other things. You could also use almond milk, you can use regular milk, you can use half and half. But we're going to use almond milk. We're going to fill this up to the minimum line, which is right there. And here we go. Okay, that's going to be the maximum that this takes. Most importantly is this nozzle has to be open. You're going to slide that over to the right. Right? Otherwise, this won't dispense any milk. Got to make sure that that's open. This gets pushed in like that, slightly upwards. It's not locked. It's not locked. There it goes. It snaps into place and then it locks. All right, so we are going to use one of these two buttons. You can use either Cappuccino or Latte Macchiato. To me, they're both somewhat the same unless you're really a connoisseur. But I'm going to place the cup underneath there. And this will be a full cup, by the way. This will be overflowing. So FYI, you got to be careful here. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the Cappuccino button. And it says right there, it says open spout. The beans are grinding already. All right. It's going to do the milk first. So it's going to pour out the milk first, and then it's going to do the coffee afterwards. I like to catch some of this because I know that this is going to overflow somewhat. Let's just grab the first half ounce or ounce here. It's usually water anyways. There it goes. Alright, and again, this is using almond milk. It says Cappuccino. There's a progress bar right there, as you can see. Make sure that this is pushed all the way back because then the coffee is going to be next. All right, here comes the coffee. I like to move it around just a little bit. It's almost done, as you can see from the progress bar, and there you go. Right? So this definitely has no carbs, 30 calories on the milk, no sugar. So this is a healthy cup of coffee. You could stir it up a little bit if you want. There is some sweetener that you can pour into this, like maybe a little salted caramel, or you could have put some regular caramel into the coffee or into the cup first, not into this thing. This thing only handles milk and syrup and salt, of course. If you want to salt it and use salted caramel syrup, you can. But in the coffee, in the bottom of the cup before this started, you could have put in some caramel, squeeze of that, or half ounce of salted caramel. You could still do this now, or just put in a splash of it to taste, of course. And then you're set. There you go. And that's what you get. Not bad. All right, so it does leave a little bit at the bottom here, probably for another cup. Because it doesn't heat this milk, unless you've put syrup or salt in it, can go right back in here. It's still cold. It heats it in the machine as it's going through the machine, so it doesn't even heat this. So technically this could be refrigerated. So this is going back. The cleanup, pretty simple with this thing. This goes all in water. This is actually the water spout or the cover. Okay, this is probably, this little cap pops off. That doesn't really get dirty. You have to close this back again. You can clean the nozzle just a little bit. You can see it cleaned out. You can pour hot water through it. Hot water will go through it, as you can see. Don't have to do this every time. Every once in a while is fine. You can put soap in this, use a brush if necessary, but just a minor cleanup after each use is all that's needed. All right, so this goes back on here. This goes like this. The lid goes back on and you're done. All right? You can dry it off, do whatever you want. It's all set for the next use. You can put it aside, and then you can put, if you want, this cover back on, which is usually what's on, or you can leave the bottle on. This goes like this. This actually dispenses water, hot water. So push and lock. This one doesn't stay in that good, but that's pretty well locked right there. Again, you want to check to make sure that there are beans in here. This is half full. You got enough for probably another week or several cups of coffee. The water looks pretty good. If you do need to fill it, use this cup right here. Pour it in here. All set. Put this back. You want to put some more beans in it. The beans are back in here usually. Open it up, and you're just basically going to pour it in like that. That's it. Make sure it's level, otherwise this lid won't close, and if it won't close, it won't dispense coffee, especially if there's a bean right in this little slot here. It won't let this close all the way, FYI, and it'll tell you on the machine. All right, so now it's pretty full. Put it back. How do you get rid of the grinds? Two buttons right here at the ends. Push them in and pull out at the same time. This is basically what's holding the coffee pods right here, and then this will fill up with water. You can just take this and empty it out, basically like that. A little hot water, rinse it out. It will eventually fill up, and it will tell you on the screen you need to empty it, and it won't dispense coffee until you empty it. So it's all set. All right, so this white cup is the standard size where this needs to be set to the minimum. Even a little less, quite honestly, but if you want a cup like this, this gets filled with milk to the minimum, and you get a cup like this, and both cappuccino and latte macchiato do the same size cup. They both basically taste the same. If you wanted to do double the size of this, I showed in another video how you can do it, basically by going into this menu, clicking on drinks, scrolling up 2 times, and there's your milk froth. You can double the milk froth. Just pour milk into here, and and do it 2 times, and you can get a full cup of coffee, and then just hit the double espresso, and you can get the a much larger cup of coffee than this one. But otherwise, if you just want to do multiple cups of coffee, like I said, fill line, hit cappuccino, latte macchiato, and do exactly what I just did. That's it. Thanks.